Morning, guys. It's me. I'm here to talk to you, share a few thoughts this morning, and I hope you can see me and hear me okay. We'll just kind of hang here a second. And I had some thoughts this morning about hearing God and what that kind of entails our hearts, how we process what we think we're hearing and what we're actually hearing and how we respond to that. And I got to thinking about the story of Solomon, King Solomon, and how the women came to him and they both had a claim. They both wanted something from the king. And they had a child, and one claimed that she was the mother, and the other claimed that no, she was the mother. So they presented their case before the king. And the king, in all his wisdom, there's a lot of insight about this story, but the king, in his wisdom, commanded that a sword be brought, and that he would divide the child between the two women. And of course, we know from the story that the one woman, her heart was moved and she didn't want the child divided. She wanted the child alive. And the other woman, she didn't care. She just wanted what she wanted. I think sometimes, when we look at our stories of our lives and we look at this story that is presented by the Lord to us, I think we are given an example of the king's heart in this story. Now, let me elaborate on that a bit. The king's heart in this story seems very cold, very deliberate. The king's heart, he makes a decision and that's it. Divide the child. Can we trust a king like that? You see, if we understand what the king has told us all along, which is that we can know him, then we study his heart and we understand from his heart, we can interpret his words, his intent. That's why it's so important to spend time with the Lord, to understand his heart. Because without an understanding of his heart, how can we possibly correctly interpret his words? His words might be, divide the child. But does he really mean divide the child? Now, I'm not trying to undermine what God has said in his word. But I understand that whatever God has said in his word, he expects you and I to divide that word with the understanding of his heart. And without that understanding of his heart, then we divide the word coldly and we apply it coldly, and we can bring great destruction and great damage to life when we do that. So I want to encourage you today that whatever you think God has said to you, you must judge it by his heart. And you must, maybe hearken back to this story, because what was the king's heart in the story of Solomon and the baby? It wasn't to kill the baby. It was to reveal the heart of the women. God's heart is always to reveal our heart to ourselves. He already sees what's in there, but he wants us to understand, and he wants us to understand his words by his heart. And that way, we know what he's saying to us and we can rightly apply it. Sometimes we listen with these ears. Sometimes we listen with these eyes. People listen with their eyes all the time and they process with their eyes. But when we process through the heart of God, through our own heart, God shows us things we will never see otherwise. We can always trust the words of God. They are true. But we must judge the words of God through the heart of God. He says, come and know me. You can know me because I've paid the price for you to know me, for you to come close. So I want to encourage you. Let's see here, something came up on my screen. I want to encourage you, spend time with the Lord. And whatever you hear from these ears, you must judge from this heart. And you must judge through his heart, his revealed heart to you. Gosh, what a price he paid to reveal that heart. Don't blow by that. Because just like with Solomon, Solomon wasn't some ogre trying to divide the child, but he was applying the principle of know the king and his words through the king's heart. Same with us. And I got to thinking about that. We don't listen very well. And so I'm in the studio today, just for a little while. And I thought maybe I'd sing a song today. Because what if we dared to listen to what God has told us? Not just through the ears, but through the heart. If we could apply that, if we could live that, it will change everything about how we interact with people. The things we ask for, the things we expect, the things we don't expect. This is no easy walk. I said that on the last Facebook. Listen, if you've been around a very long time, you're going to limp. Some days I crawl. But when I listen to his heart, then I know how to interpret his words. So this is a song I wrote some years ago. I had a wonderful co-writer. It's called What If I Dare to Listen? Listen on the inside and the outside. So I can get a better picture. Anyway, I don't know. I hope the sound is okay. Can y'all hear me and all of that? I'm limping with you too, sweet Robin. I love you too. God is so good to us, even when it's hard. But he will reveal our heart to us where we're wrong, where we have misunderstood him. He will show us if we're willing to listen and we're willing to see with this heart. Like all the others, I have gone astray. It seems I'm tired. More reverb. Okay, Bill. I'm starting again. This is my first time to do the song live with the Facebook Live. You'd think I'd never done this before, wouldn't you? Like all the others, I have gone astray. It seems I'm hard of hearing what you have to say. I find I get caught up in the day-to-day, and it's no excuse to say, Lord, it's just the way I'm made. What if I dare to listen? What if I took the time to hear? What if my heart was set on you, Lord? What if I cast aside my fears? Oh, what if I dare to listen? But the truth is you're a stranger. I hold you at arm's length. I've just been afraid, Lord, to really trust your strength. I fumble in my weakness, and I falter in my faith. simply turned away? What if I dare to listen? What if I took the time to hear? What if my heart was set on you, Lord? What if I cast aside my fears? Oh, what if I dare to listen? When you tell me I'm forgiven and you've washed away my sin, and the fear and guilt that I have felt I need not feel again. For you say my steps are ordered and my days are numbered too, and my only real redemption is found in you. Oh, what if I would dare to listen? What if I took the time to hear? What if my heart was set on you, Lord? And if I cast aside my fears, oh, what if I dare to listen? Teach me, Lord, teach me your heart and how to listen. We all could use a hearing test, couldn't we? Let us learn how to listen a little better. I hope this gives you a little insight for something that will maybe be helpful to your day. And I hope that you'll tune in again next time. So, what if I dared to listen? Number 7 in the series. I love y'all. May God richly bless you, and may you hear his voice through his heart. Or maybe you'll hear his heart through his voice. Be blessed today. Bye.